Hey guys, it's Zach here, and today we've got another Kung Fu cinema pick from Eureka Entertainment to check out. A Raymond Chow Golden Harvest production, Dreadnaught, directed by Yuen Woo Ping and starring Yuen Biao, Leung Kar Yan, and Sunny Yuen Shun Yi. This film is a bizarre but entertaining mix of kung fu action and comedy horror, bringing classic martial arts story to the table with a dash of slasher movie elements. From heated lion dances to mass murder, this film's tone swings like a pendulum between lighthearted and downright grim. On top of the movie itself, we've got a 2022 Blu-ray release from Eureka Entertainment to unbox, packed with a new 2K restoration of the film alongside some great supplements on and off disc. There's plenty to check out, but before we get to unboxing the physical release, let's talk a bit about the story first. Dreadnaught opens with a gruesome scene as White Tiger, played by Sunny Yuen Shun Yi, travels to a tea house with his wife. The couple are attacked by local authorities, revealing that White Tiger is actually a wanted criminal. In a fury of chaos and bloodshed, his wife is killed, and he defeats the remaining officers before running to the hills. This opening scene sets a dark tone for our story, but if you're hoping for pure murder case madness, you may be disappointed to learn that the film does have a second face. Bringing us over to our lead character, Mok Gong, played by Yuen Biao. Little Gong runs a laundry business alongside his older sister, but seems to be struggling as his demeanor is timid and his lack of confidence allows the customers to walk all over him. As such, he often fails in his duties, and his sister, played by Lily Lee, must pick up the slack, treating Little Gong more like a parent with their child rather than a sibling. On top of our main killer and leading hero, Dreadnaught also features the classic character duo Master Wong Fei Hung and apprentice Lung Foon, played by Quan Tak Hing and Leung Kar Yan respectively. Wong Fei Hung is practically a wizard with his legendary healing skills and martial arts, and Lung Foon is his strong, confident student helping those in need, especially his close friend and honorary brother, Mok Gong. With our primary cast all sorted out, the film jumps into its haphazard plot, riddled with action, humor, and bloodshed. One of Wong Fei Hung's rival schools is harboring the fugitive, White Tiger, and by sheer coincidence, the visiting Little Gong wears a family necklace adorned with jingling bells that seem to trigger White Tiger's PTSD. The unhinged fellow goes into a manic state as he paints his face extravagantly and begins killing those around him, ultimately driving the film's conflict. So from here on out, it's a back and forth of silly scenes featuring our heroes as they try to impress Wong Fei Hung, and dark scenes featuring the painted-faced killer as he continues to add to the body count. Overall, Dreadnaught is an interesting attempt at blending kung fu comedy and slasher horror. In many ways, this film works well, as Yuen Biao's slapstick and clueless style humor is a ton of fun, and the murder case story sets a darker tone we don't always see from this group. However, the action is severely limited at times due to our lead never really knowing or learning how to properly fight in the story. There are some really cool fight scenes from a choreography standpoint, but half of them don't involve Yuen Biao anyway. On top of that, the story here is only really intriguing on a surface level, but a bit boring and jumbled once you start to get into the meat of the movie. Since we know who the killer is, there isn't much suspense or mystery, and while Yuen Biao himself is a great performer, both physically and as a character, Little Gong just isn't all that interesting to follow around for an hour and a half. Most of the scenes he's in are instead carried by the much more charismatic Wong Fei Hung and Lung Foon duo. As a film, I'd say Dreadnaught is worth checking out at least once for a taste of something different, but it tries perhaps too many things at once, ultimately leaving me wanting. Seeing as the screenplay was put together by the Yuen Group, which consists of many names, it almost feels like a too many cooks in the kitchen sort of deal. Everything in the film is good on its own, but it just doesn't blend perfectly. Different inputs coming from different artistic goals and ideas can cause a muddled mess, and Dreadnaught is no different. Regardless, I still enjoyed the movie at face value, and I'm eager to see how the supplements might elevate the feature, or bring me back with more interest than before. If you've already seen the film yourself, let me know what you think of it down in the comments. Otherwise, we've got a handful of stuff on and off disc to check out, so without further ado, let's jump on over and unbox our physical copy. Here we are with Eureka's Blu-ray release of Dreadnaught. It comes in their standard style slipcover, featuring newly commissioned artwork by Darren Wheeling on the front, with all of the release information printed on the back. Underneath is our clear Blu-ray case, notably showcasing the original poster for the film on the sleeve. If we open it up, we'll find a single Blu-ray disc on the right, as well as a booklet included on the left. The booklet runs 28 pages long, cover to cover, and features an article by film critic, historian, and maker James Oliver, who seems to be popping up more and more in recent boutique Blu-ray booklets. A good thing to say the least. Here, Oliver writes about various topics stemming from Dreadnaught, including many of the cast and crew, such as Yuen Biao, Yuen Woo Ping, and famous portrayer of Wong Fei-hung, Quan Tak-hing. Among the writings within, the booklet is also woven with various posters, photos, and stills from the film, as well as the usual release notes. With that aside, we can circle back to the case to finally note that the sleeve is, of course, reversible, featuring Darren Wheeling's new artwork on the optional side, in case you want the slipcover and the box sleeve to match. I did think it was sort of interesting that this release already came with the sleeve reversed, whereas most labels and even other releases from Eureka have always had the matching new artwork showing outward by default. But I digress. With that, we've completed our unboxing of the physical release for Dreadnaught, so without more to say, let's head on over and check out what all is included on the disc. Eureka Entertainment presents Dreadnaught in HD with a brand new 2K restoration. Alongside it are the original Cantonese mono audio track and the classic English dub in both the original and alternate home mixes. On top of the film's standard audio options, we also get 2 bonus commentary tracks to listen to on those rewatches. The first features Asian cinema expert Frank Zhang, alongside guest and fellow expert, martial artist, and friend Michael Worth, who we've seen appear before alongside Zhang in a few other Hong Kong cinema releases. The two bring a casual feel to their recording, while still injecting plenty of interesting tidbits about the film throughout the runtime. The second bonus commentary track features another repeat host duo, action cinema experts Mike Leader and Arna Venema. As usual, they bring their flowing back and forth conversation, chock full of background info on all of the various actors, settings, and more. However, what I liked in particular about this recording is that they also go into the unique genre blend of this film, something that already captured my interest. It's fun to hear them compare Dreadnaught to Friday the 13th, and I'll always recommend their commentary tracks, with this one being no exception. With the feature presentation aside, we have a handful of bonus video supplements to watch as well. Eureka brings 2 different trailers for Dreadnaught, including the original Hong Kong theatrical trailer and the US home video release trailer. On top of those, we also get an archival interview featuring actress Lily Lee, who plays Mok Gung's sister in the film. The video runs just over 20 minutes long, as Lily Lee shares her beginning in the industry, taking on acting, school, and a contract with the Shaw Brothers all at once. A staple actress for some time with the studio, her original contract would eventually end as she began accepting work from others, including Golden Harvest. For the majority of this interview, she shares about her experience in filming her first production with the studio, Jackie Chan's The Young Master, as well as her time on set for Dreadnaught with Yuen Woo Ping. Overall, a great addition to our increasing catalog of interviews within the Hong Kong cinema industry. With that, however, we've completed our look at Eureka Entertainment's Blu-ray release of Dreadnaught. As usual, the label brings a fantastic-looking film to the table, propped up with some nice supplements. And while this particular film wasn't my personal favorite, I'm more than happy to expand my Kung Fu cinema library. Plus, I've been asking for more Yuen Biao anyway, so who am I to complain? Regardless, leave your thoughts and opinions on the film below, and thanks so much for joining me here once more on Pajama Theater. Like this video and subscribe to support the channel, and until then, thanks again, take care, and I'll see you guys next time.